Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to show you the actual rates for $15,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 72-year-old female. Now, the first thing I suggest is going to our website at funeralfunds.com. We've got these free quoters on just about every page. You just select the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Select the coverage amount, and then enter your birthday, rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now. It'll take you to a page that has the best insurance companies with the best rates, and you'll be able to price shop everybody and make sure that you get the best deal. And more importantly, you'll be able to avoid a lot of those companies that advertise on TV and magazines with those super low rates. And then when you call, they jack up the price on you, and it's all this stuff that's too good to be true. So yeah, you can be a smart shopper. We can help you be that smart shopper. You can also call us at 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you understand what you qualify for and your best pricing. Now, the first thing you need to ask yourself as a 72-year-old female is, is $15,000 appropriate for your final expense needs? And that's typically going to be either cremation or burial. Now, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have some sort of a ceremony that's going to add to that, that's going to be probably around $3,500 to $4,500. So coverage-wise, we would typically recommend for the burial or for the cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, probably between $5,000 to $7,000. Now, if you look at that $5,000, you go, well, that's more than the cost of the cremation. Yeah, but you're 72 years old and you'll probably make it to 82 and maybe even to 92. So we want to make sure that we build some extra money in there to adjust for inflation so that in the future your family doesn't have to pay for this. And the nice thing about that is it provides a little bit more insurance, than you probably need right now, just in case you didn't have time to pay off some medical bills or other bills or stuff like that. Just helps you pay off some other final expenses, but then it inflation proofs your plan. Same thing with the if we're looking at burial and stuff too. But for the cremation, where you would have a service, we would probably recommend $7,000 to $10,000 for all the same reasons. We don't recommend that most people, get like $25,000, $30,000, $40,000. A lot of times when people do that, they want to leave money behind for kids or stuff like that. The thing is, most of the people we help are on a fixed or limited income, and it just gets expensive to get that much insurance. And really, we would rather actually see you spend that money on your family while you're alive, and rather than giving that to an insurance company. So we recommend just keeping this insurance just for final expenses. And then if you're going to give money to the kids after you're gone, just spend that money on them now. You have those memories, and they'll have those memories for a lifetime. Now, for a burial, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. So if you walk into a funeral home with a $10,000 check, chances are they're going to get it done. It's not going to be anything fancy, though. I can assure you of that. But it's hard to imagine they would say no to a $10,000 check and let that walk out the door, and you just walk right down to one of their competitors down the road and they would take it. So yeah, just understand that, $10,000 will get things done today, but you're 72 years old and hopefully you want to make it to 82, and it's going to be more expensive in the future. So a lot of times we would recommend like 10,000 or 15,000, maybe 20,000. If just depends on your financial situation. But $15,000 probably the happy medium, which is what this video is about. So that would be A-OK. Now, one thing we always recommend is first day coverage or benefits. Now, we don't recommend those plans with 2-year waiting periods. And we'll talk about those in a minute. But first day coverage means that, hypothetically, if you were approved for a plan today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would cut a check for $15,000. That's exactly the kind of coverage you want. So a lot of people would say, well, you're right, Randy. I do want first day coverage, but I know they ask health questions and I'm not in the best of health. So to that, we would say, hey, your health is our problem, not your problem, at least when it comes to this insurance, because we work with all sorts of different insurance companies and they all have different health questions. They all have different underwriting. And right now, really 95% of the people we help are getting first day coverage or benefits. The only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage or benefits is if you had some really significant health issues going on, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or you were in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that were the case, we'd probably refer you out to a different insurance company. What always seems to happen every week too is we get somebody who will call up and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last weekend. They didn't have any insurance. We don't have any money. Their body's down at the funeral home. The funeral director's not going to do anything till he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this insurance real quick so we can get a check in our hand to get that money to the funeral home director. And we have to let them know there's no insurance company in the United States that's going to give a policy to a dead person. They will not approve a policy on a dead person. It's really sad though, because the person who died knew they were going to die. They probably were going to get this at some point, and they ran out of time. And now their family is going to be the one that suffer. And so often that family, they don't have the money and they end up putting it on credit cards, and they're going to end up paying this off over years. And is that the legacy you want? That what you should have taken care of, your family has to put on a credit card and pay 26% interest? You don't want your legacy to be every time somebody thinks of your name, they think of all the bills that you saddled them with. So just take care of this. It's affordable. If you need to start smaller, we can always help you add more coverage. But yeah, don't be that person. Get this done. Now, we don't recommend the 2-year waiting period plans. And Colonial Penn, you've probably heard of them before. They're probably one of the more well-known. I think it's just because they advertise a lot on TV. I think they're on TV, seems like every 7 minutes or so. But yeah, that $9.95 plan they offer is a 2-year waiting period plan. You may not have known that. And there's other companies out there that offer 2-year waiting period plans, like Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, AIG, Kerber, a bunch of other companies too. That's the only thing they sell. And some of these companies have done a pretty terrific job at convincing the American public that the only thing you qualify for if you're over age 50 is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we say, do not fall for such nonsense. Yeah, we help people with first day coverage all day long. Yeah. So our 72-year-old female, probably feeling pretty confident because she saw the Colonial Penn commercial for $9.95. And she's probably pretty confident. She's probably going, you know what? I outsmarted Colonial Penn. I waited until I was 72 years old, and I'm probably going to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. And then she calls and talks to Colonial Penn agent, or goes on their website like we've done here for you, and sees that for a female age 72, 1 unit of coverage, $9.95, only pays out $896. Boy, I don't even think that's, I'm not sure you could find a place that could even do a cremation like that in the United States. And it doesn't really matter because it's got a 2-year waiting period. You wouldn't pay for it for the first 2 years anyway if you died of a health or medical reason. So yeah, why would you do that? And there's a lot of people would say that there's companies out there that offer these low teaser rates just to get you to call in, knowing that it's inadequate coverage and that they're going to try to upsell you. And we're not saying that's the case with Colonial Penn, but maybe you should determine that yourself. But anyway, we want 15,000. One of the challenges is going to be Colonial Penn. The max you can get is 15 units, and I don't think we're going to be able to get to 15,000. Let's double check though. Yeah, look at that. You can only get $13,440. You can't buy even coverage units amount like 14, 15, 16,000 because they sell by unit. They don't sell by price like every other insurance company out there. So yeah, it's kind of odd, but yeah. So you couldn't even get 15,000 if you wanted from Colonial Penn. And if 13,000 is right around $150. Let's see what 15,000 would be in first day coverage. So we're 15,000 female, age 72. Here we go. We're going to go back here again. This is 13,000 for 150. And let me show you here. Yeah, 15,000 here is, right around $86. So sometimes insurance companies are close, like Mutual of Omaha, Trinity Life, both fine companies. What's nice about Trinity Life is you can get an answer on your policy approval same day over the phone. A lot of times Mutual of Omaha makes you wait a week, which is just, for an extra 20 cents or whatever that is, we think it's worth getting, knowing that you're covered right away. Depends on the insurance company though. It is level coverage, first day coverage. But yeah, look at this. So it's $86 for $15,000 versus $150 for $13,000. That's a $64 difference each month. And Colonial Penn will allow you to overpay $64 every month for the rest of your life. And they will hit you with that 2-year waiting period. But you got to think $64 a month times 12. Let's see, that math is $768, I think. $768 roundabout more a year. And if our 72-year-old female lives until age 82, she will have paid roughly $7,680 more than she would have if she'd just gone with a lower priced first day coverage insurance company. So don't waste money. That's my message. Don't waste money. Let's look at some other companies here, though. You'll be able to see all these different insurance companies here. They've all got different pricing, but I mean, even you look right here, we're 86, and then you go to like, where were they? Lumico, 86 here, 101. That's $15 more a month, and that would be right around $180 a year. You would overpay after 10 years, $1,800. Why would you waste money? Why would you overpay $1,800 when you can get, better pricing? Just be a smart shopper. We can help you be a smart shopper. We can help you. And let's look. So here's one here, Lincoln Heritage. Now, they're a fine company, I guess, but I mean, look at that pricing, roughly $130. It is level coverage, first day coverage. That's good. But yeah, so Lincoln Heritage has a thing where they will, when you pass away, they will supposedly call 2 or 3 different funeral homes, get the lowest pricing, maybe do a few other things, but it's not free, right? That look at that premium. You're paying for it. That's roughly $130 versus $130 versus 86. So that's right around $44 more a month. So it'd be like $528 after 12 months. And after 10 years, that would be right around $5,280 that you will have overpaid. Have them call 2 or 3 funeral homes and maybe a couple other things. Something probably only takes an hour or so. We don't recommend you overpay by more than $5,000. What we actually do at Funeral Funds of America, we've got a free funeral and estate planning guide. You can actually download that off our website, print it out, and then you just fill it out. Who gets what and what goes where and what you want to happen after you're gone. Keep it with your policy when you pass away. Your family now is both protected, both financially and emotionally. They've got the money to take care of everything, and you've explained everything that you wanted to happen after you were gone in the funeral and estate planning guide. And they will know that you truly love them and that you were not only looking out for them in life, but actually in death when you wouldn't be around as well, too. And what a wonderful legacy to leave behind. And in this case, you can save right around $5,000 versus some of these other companies. And I don't know about you, but we kind of think that money's better off in your pockets, not in insurance companies' pockets. Yeah. So we've got a special quote for our YouTube viewers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and you can get the lowest rates and the most discounts. You can also call us at 888-862-9456. Our agents can help you out with this. If you have an existing policy and you want to price shop it and get the lowest pricing, we can help you do that. If you want to add coverage to your existing policy, you can do that. If you need a brand new policy or just have some questions, we can help you out with that too. But we really look forward to helping you get the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. And I know we're going to enjoy talking with you and helping you out with this at some point in the future. But until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.